Hey guys, it's Christian here again, and we're talking about the new heist film, Hell or High Water. Here's my thoughts. Guys, let's talk Hell or High Water, because this could potentially be one of the year's best films. So, Chris Pine and Ben Foster play two brothers, and they're coming together after personal tragedy, which you'll find that in the film. And they end up robbing a series of banks. And there's a reason behind that. You find that in the film. But hot on their tail is Jeff Bridges, who's a cop, he's a ranger, he's about to go into retirement, but he's given one last task, and that's to track down this group of thugs who are robbing these banks. And they're robbing the same brand of bank each time, different branches in different cities. So what I really loved about this movie was that they fleshed out the characters really well, and you get a really good understanding as to the motives behind each character's actions. Be it the brothers, there's a really good reason behind what they're doing, and you feel for them. But also Jeff Bridges and his partner, you really feel for those characters as well. It was really well directed and written, and the reason for that was because the same writer who wrote Sicario had written this film. So you won't go wrong with someone who wrote a film that was easily in my top 10 of last year, that's for sure. It's set in Texas, although I don't believe it was filmed in Texas. But the idea of it was that it's set in Texas, and it just looks amazing on the screen. It all comes together just so well. The scripting in this film is just on point. I don't think you could change any ounce of dialogue in the film because it just would potentially hamper the film. The chemistry between Chris Pine and the chemistry with him and Ben Foster is just simply amazing. Ben Foster's been an actor who hasn't really done a lot to impress me lately, although I did like that film, The Program, where he played that character. He played Lance Armstrong in that movie. And I really liked Chris Pine in this movie that came out this year, which was The Finest Hours. I had a good time with that movie. It was just a fun disaster movie. He's done really good in movies when, like Unstoppable, when it comes to those type of movies with a lot of jarring moments in them. But he's also done really good in like films such as Star Trek. So I'm very impressed with the way he's going, and this is one of these films where he really excels. Ben Foster, man, he just delved into that character and made it his own. And he just jumped right in, and you could not tell that this was acting. You felt like this was just real life stuff that was happening on screen. Same can be said about Jeff Bridges' character. And there was a lot of really good banter between all of these two sets of characters, him and his partner and the two brothers. And that's what you do in life, you know. You talk to your friends, you say a few things to them, you say a few insults, share a few insults, but all in all, it's just good fun. And that's exactly what these characters are doing. And it's showing a real human aspect to them. So the script was good, the dialogue was great. The music, well, if you're a fan of country music, you'll really get a kick out of the music in this film, but I can clearly see why they've used it, and it clearly does work to the film's advantage because you're trying to get that sort of idea across of the type of environment that you're in. I would say that the action sequences were just superb. A lot of chase sequences if you're into that type of thing. This film is definitely right up there with other similarly themed films such as The Town, 999, which I would say was an okay film that came out earlier this year. Check it out though if you like these type of heist films. It's definitely one of the best heist type films I've seen in years. Each character really worked to their own advantage. It really worked effectively. The whole thing just came together like clockwork. And it's really difficult to pinpoint any major issue with the film. If I could have one tiny issue with the film, it was that southern accent that I kept hearing from Jeff Bridges. Really got me because I'm Australian. I'm not really good at understanding accents at times. I had issues with it. I need to get it on Blu-ray when it comes out so I can get the subtitles on and get an understanding as to what really went down. So this is my thoughts on the film, and this is my score for the film. So there you have it, guys. It's an easy 4.5 for me. I'd love to know what you thought of the film. Feel free to share your comments in the box below. And feel free to like, share, and subscribe if you want to hear more about movies. I'm Christian, and this is Movie Lover Down Under.